Good morning friends, myself Dr. Nanda Kumar Lakshman Kadam, Head of the Department of Accountancy, Jaisingpur College, Jaisingpur. Today we will discuss one unit of BCom 3 subjects, that is Advanced Accountancy, paper 3rd. The title of the unit is Elements of Cost, Material, Labor and Overheads, Preparation of Cost Sheet and Quotations. Okay? So today's topic for discussion is elements of cost. You know there are three elements of cost. One is material, labor and overheads. It means that total cost of any product can be divided in three categories. One is material, second is labor and third is overheads. Friends, you know that to produce any commodity, anything, three types of expenses are essential. One is cost of material, the material required for the production, that is you can call it as raw material. Besides, it also includes other materials. Okay. Then next is to produce we require employees, or you may say laborers. Okay, so labor cost is the second element of the product. Okay, then next is other expenses, that in costing it is called as overheads. These materials, labors and overheads again can be classified in two categories. One is direct and second is indirect. It means material may be of two types. One is direct material, second is indirect material. Direct material is the material which is used or without which it is not possible to produce these things, that you can call it as a raw material. Okay, and indirect material which material supports for the production of these commodities. Next is labor, direct labor and indirect labor. Direct labor means those who are working in the production process, directly in the production process, or which is involved in the production process, it is called as direct laborers. And the laborers or employees who are supporting to the production process can be called as indirect laborers. In the same way, overheads are also two types. One is direct overheads, which are very much required for the production of any commodity, that is direct, and other are indirect overheads. Overheads means expenditure other than the material expenditure and labor expenditure. Okay, so totally we can conclude it as the total cost can be divided in three categories: material cost, labor cost and overhead cost. Okay, and all these elements can again be classified as direct and indirect. It means totally we can say that direct material, indirect material, direct labor, indirect labor, as well as direct overheads and indirect overheads. Indirect overheads again can be classified in three categories. One is factory or works overheads, second office and administrative overheads, and third is selling and distribution overheads. Okay, it means friends, when you are going to calculate the total cost, you have to consider direct cost as well as indirect cost. Direct cost means direct material plus direct labor plus direct overheads, and indirect overheads means factory overheads, office and administrative overheads, and selling and distribution overheads. Okay? You will be asked to prepare statement of cost or cost sheet. There is a particular format for preparation of this statement of cost, or you may say cost sheet. Okay, cost sheet is prepared in this format. Statement of cost is titled as, and you have to mention here for which period you are going to prepare this cost sheet or statement of cost. Okay, actually you have to mention the name of the product and how many units that you have produced. Okay, there are four columns of the cost sheet. One particular column, second is this column is inner column for rupees, and then we will see here in this column total cost, and opening stock of raw materials, you have to add purchases of raw materials as well as the expenses which are incurred for the purchase of raw materials, which are incurred on purchase of raw materials. That is, generally we say freight, carriage inward, octroi, custom duty, or other expenses which are incurred for the purpose of purchase of raw material. Okay, these expenses are added here, and from these we have to deduct the closing stock of raw materials. After this calculation, we will get material consumed, or you may say it as direct material. Material consumed or direct material. Okay, see again the process. You have to add a opening stock of raw material, purchase of raw material, expenses of raw material. Okay, expenses and purchases of raw material, and you have to deduct the closing stock of raw materials. Then you will get material consumed. Okay, here you will get direct material. In this direct material, you have to add a direct labor and direct overheads. Okay, then you will get the prime cost. Okay, this is the first stage in the calculation of total cost. In this prime cost, you have to add up all factory overheads, or you may call it as works overheads. The examples of works overheads are indirect materials, loose tools, indirect or productive wages, power and fuel, rent and rates, lighting and heating, repairs and maintenance, clearing, drawing office salary, cost of research and experiments, work stationery, insurance of factory assets, depreciation of plant and machinery and other factory assets, as well as all other factory or other overheads. These are the examples. This is not the exclusive list of all the examples. Okay. In this all expenses, you have to add a opening stock of work in progress and deduct closing stock of work in progress. You will get the factory cost. Okay. In this factory cost or works cost, you have to add a office and administrative cost. Okay. You know what is office and administrative cost? That is salaries, office insurance, office lighting, printing and stationery, telephone, legal expenses, audit fees, rent and rates. All these expenses are added to the works cost or factory cost that we have calculated previously. Okay, we will get cost of production. In this cost of production, you have to add up opening stock of finished goods and you have to deduct closing stock of finished goods. Then you will get cost of goods sold. Okay, so cost of production and cost of goods sold are two different costs. One which is calculated by adding office and administrative overheads to the works cost, we will get cost of production. And after adding opening stock of finished goods and deducting closing stock of finished goods, you will get the cost of goods sold. Okay. So first you have to add up all the office and administrative overheads, then you will get cost of production. In this you have to add up opening stock of finished goods and deduct the closing stock of finished goods, then you will get cost of goods sold. Then finally you have to add up selling and distribution overheads. You know the selling distribution overheads which are very obvious, that is showroom cost or showroom expenses, salesman salaries, traveling expenses, commission, bad debts, advertising, samples and gifts, carriage outwards, okay, depreciation of delivery vans. All these are sample expenses of selling and distribution. Okay, all these you have to add up, then you will get the total cost. It is also called as cost of sales. Okay, you will be given sales and you have to find out the profit or loss as a missing figure. It means you have to deduct the total cost from the sales. You will get the profit or loss. Okay. So in all, what you have to do? One, you have to find out direct material. How it can be calculated? Opening stock of raw materials plus purchase of raw materials plus expenses of purchase of raw materials minus closing stock of raw materials, you will get the direct material. You have to add up direct labor and direct overheads. You will get what? Prime cost. Okay. Then you have to add up factory overheads. That can be called as works overheads. Okay. And you have to add up opening stock of work in progress and deduct the closing stock of work in progress. Then you will get works cost or factory cost. Then you have to add up office and administrative overheads. You will get the cost of production. Then you have to add up opening stock of finished goods and deduct the closing stock of finished goods. Then cost of goods sold. You can say cost of goods sold. Okay. And then you have to add up selling and distribution overheads. Then you will get the total cost or cost of sales. You will be provided total sales. You have to deduct the cost of sales or total cost from the sales. You will get the profit or loss of this organization. Okay. Then while preparing the cost sheet or statement of cost, we have to take one more care. That is, here we have to consider the non-cost items. In costing, some items are not considered. These are called as non-cost items. Okay. Generally, there are three types of expenses which are not considered in the cost sheet. One is capital expenditure. Second is all types of written offs or provisions. And third is non-business expenses. These three are not considered. The examples are capital expenditure, or you may say expenditure on capital assets, capital losses, distribution of profits. All these are examples of the non-cost items. Just go through it, you will find each and every expenses that should not be considered while preparing the cost sheet or statement of cost. If you added or if you considered any of these expenses while preparing the cost sheet or statement of cost, your any cost may be wrong. If you consider at the time of factory cost, at the time of calculating factory cost, your factory cost or works cost may be wrong, and then next cost of production, cost of goods sold, cost of sales will show wrong figures. Okay, so you have to consider all these expenses carefully, because if such expenses are added to the cost sheet or you considered while preparing the cost sheet, then your total cost or any of the cost may be wrong. Okay, so these non-cost items are not considered. In the problem, you may be provided such items. You have not to consider these items while preparing the cost sheet. Okay, students, very clear how to prepare the cost sheet. It is very simple process that you have to follow just sequence. Okay, is that clear? Fine. Thanks.